You know that sound. That sudden, awful rush of water coming from somewhere it's absolutely not supposed to be. It's the kind of sound that every homeowner dreads. A plumbing emergency doesn't just make a mess, right? It throws your entire life into total chaos in a heartbeat. So, let's dive into this and figure out how to actually get through a crisis like that. Okay, just imagine it for a second. You walk down to your basement and bam, there's an inch of water on the floor and it's getting deeper fast. That feeling of pure panic, it is so real. What do you do first? What's your next move? This is one of those situations where literally every single second counts. So that panic we were just talking about, it's completely justified. Because a real home plumbing emergency is so much more than just a little leak. Let's take a look at what we're really dealing with when disaster decides to strike. Yeah, these are the big ones. We're talking catastrophic failure here. A pipe that gets so cold it just splits wide open, or a sewer line that basically says nope and sends everything, well, you know, backwards. These are not minor drips, folks. This is a full-on home invasion by water. And just like that, everything you had planned for the day is over. You can't use the sinks, you can't flush a toilet, and you're frantically trying to save photos and furniture from being ruined. Your normal life just screeches to a halt. It's incredibly stressful. Okay, so we've set the chaotic scene. Now let's talk about the solution. What does a good, professional response to this kind of nightmare actually look like? What should you expect? It really all boils down to these three things. When you're in the middle of a crisis, you need help, and you need it to be fast. You need someone who actually knows what they're doing, and you need them to be totally upfront about the whole process, especially the cost. Let's break them down. First up is speed. We're talking about an average arrival time of 60 minutes. And let's be real. When water is just gushing into your home, the difference between 1 hour and, say, 3 hours isn't just time. It could be thousands and thousands of dollars in extra damage. Next, expertise. And listen, this is about way more than just slapping a patch on the leak. A real pro please detective. They find the why. Is it an old corroded pipe that finally gave up, a tree root that forced its way in, or just a fixture that failed? Finding that root cause is the only way you're not calling them back for the same problem next month. And that brings us to transparency. You know, this quote from a homeowner really says it all. In the middle of all that stress, the last thing you need is someone spouting a bunch of confusing jargon at you. You need clear, plain language. And you absolutely, positively need to avoid surprise charges on the final bill. That's just basic trust. All right, so the plumber is on site, the immediate crisis is under control. Now the conversation has to shift to the quality of the work itself, because there's a huge difference between a quick fix and a real, lasting solution. And this right here is the heart of it. A temporary fix, a little patch, it might seem cheaper in the moment, but you're probably just kicking the can down the road. A durable repair, one that actually solves that root problem we talked about, that's what protects your home and your bank account in the long run. You know, the best professionals will also help you get ahead of the next potential disaster, and that means using modern tech to be proactive. We're talking about things like a smart water monitor that can literally shut off your water main if it senses a huge leak, or a battery backup for your sump pump, which is a lifesaver if the power goes out in a storm. Even a simple high water alarm can save the day. So how do you know who you can actually trust? You look for the proof. When you see specific license numbers like these, it tells you they're legit, that they're held to state standards. And that 24/7 dispatcher support, that's not just a nice to have. It shows you their whole company is built from the ground up to handle emergencies, anytime, day or night. Okay, we have covered a lot, the problem, the solution, but now we get to the most critical part. What can you do to prepare before any of this ever happens? Let's put together your action plan. It's honestly this simple. Step 1, find out who the reliable 24/7 service is in your area now. Don't wait until your basement is a swimming pool to start searching. Step 2, put that number in your phone. Right now, seriously. And step 3, look up a basic home plumbing maintenance checklist. A few small, proactive steps can prevent a whole lot of future headaches. And really, that's what this all comes down to, isn't it? For a lot of us, a plumbing emergency is a matter of when, not if. Taking just 10 minutes today to have a plan can save you an incredible amount of stress and money down the road. So I'll just leave you with this question. Are you ready?